game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 cribbin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from Miami. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Pats are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run was strong. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Brandon Jones flicking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. He got outside the... Trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball option.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robbie Anderson from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Give up the middle to Strong. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Newton. Buying time to his left. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here we go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know...
and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you're seeing here from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have more bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for New England. 65 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first and 10, here's Wentz.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point up and go by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team near the beginning of the third quarter. Not a lot going on that front, though.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Newton now to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Newton. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They snap it to Newton. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, again, they're trying to make something happen here this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd and 2, Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Newton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A shotgun snap for Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Hitting Juju on the slant. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tanner Conner now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. This one was over a while ago as they just held on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big. And he's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Patriots. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance. The Panthers.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newton to throw. Steps away to his left.
That'll be complete to Stevenson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st down, it's Newton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go. They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the sack on 1st down, Newton escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Newton.
And this
This will be incomplete. Oh, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On fourth down, Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Wentz to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taken from about the 12. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Dolphins, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
Yeah.